Today, I wanted to make a video discussing how I don't want gaming to feel productive all the time. And the weird part is, I actually like that side of gaming. I like achievements, I like progress, and I like finishing games. I just don't want every single night of gaming to feel like it needs a measurable result. To start, I want to talk about why being productive feels so good. Sometimes in video games, I have a hard time knowing where I should go next. And by using the achievements as a sort of guideline, it gives me a sense of direction. For example, I recently got 100% achievements in Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. I did this 100% on the Steam Deck, and what I really liked about these achievements is they made me try different playstyles. I had to use different characters, and I had to play in such a unique way that I honestly would have never done. And because of that, I was able to get over 220 hours purely on my Steam Deck. Without achievements, I probably would have played the game until I got bored, or I would have played the game using the exact same character, and it would have been the most repetitive thing ever. So, being productive basically forced me to experience the game in so many different ways. And I can say that this is true about almost every single game I've played. In addition to that, I definitely feel very satisfied when I do get achievements. I can sort of use the progress that I'm getting in the games to distract myself when life is feeling very busy, and I can just focus on making progress in video games instead. And having that sort of structure in my video games definitely makes my gaming time feel very intentional instead of just wasting my time. So basically, achievement hunting helped me stop treating games like disposable entertainment. Now I wanted to talk about the other side. There's definitely been times in my life where I wanted to start a new game. In fact, right now, I really want to buy and play No More Room in Hell 2. But to be quite honest, I'm not doing this because I've got so many games in my backlog that I don't really care about playing as much. And it goes even further. Right now, I already own Fallout 4, but I'm choosing not to start it because I still have so many current games on the go, especially games that I'm like 60% done. And I just know that if I stop playing them, I'll probably never want to open them again. Even though achievement hunting in itself can become a sort of sub hobby in video games, sometimes it's definitely made me play for the checklist instead of playing for the mood. Sometimes, instead of getting home, checking out what achievements I'm going to focus on in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I just want to open up Rocket League, wait for my friends to come on, and just mindlessly play games for a few hours. And especially, I don't want to feel guilty after I do that. Speaking of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I don't know if you have played it, but if you haven't, it's an absolutely massive game. I've played for 42 hours so far, which is definitely enough to get 100% achievements in so many other games, but not this one. After 42.8 hours, I only have 13 achievements. So that means it takes me almost 3.5 hours just to get one achievement every single time I play. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. In fact, KCD2 is quickly growing into one of my favorite games of all time. But for being somebody who really does care about achievements, and especially using achievements as my sign of progress, it's definitely a challenge. In a way, it feels like the problem is that I start needing proof that I enjoyed my free time. But I can definitely realize that it doesn't need to be like this. I know that I enjoyed my time playing KCD2, even when I put in a 7-hour session and didn't get a single achievement. In fact, one of the things that I've been guilty of is avoiding a game because it seems way too big or messy to complete. And honestly, KCD2 does fit that bill. It's a massive game that requires, I think, 3 or 4 different playthroughs to get all the achievements, unless you're like 100% optimal. But like I mentioned, it's one of my favorite games that I've ever played. Right now in my life, I've got a lot going on. I work a full-time job. I'm running 2 YouTube channels, though I can admit that the 2 YouTube channels definitely need a little bit more attention. And I'm also balancing a relationship as well as some career and money goals. So the last thing that I actually should be doing is aiming to get a return on investment from the form of achievements as well. One of my hobbies is definitely watching sports, and this is where the Steam Deck comes in. The Steam Deck can definitely make gaming feel less formal. When I sit down at my desk and I boot up my computer with intention to play games, there's definitely a feeling that I should be ensuring that I'm getting achievements and I'm making progress. But my Steam Deck reminds me that gaming doesn't always have to be a project. Sometimes 25 minutes of progress, wandering, having a funny death is more than enough. So going forward, I'm going to treat dropping a game as a good thing and not a sign of failure. That doesn't mean that if I drop it, I'm dropping it forever. But for now, it probably means it's just not the right time for that game. And I'm going to use this opportunity to speak a little bit about Forza Horizon 5. Right now, I'm currently missing 3 achievements. I'm missing Chicken Dinner to win a game of Eliminator. I have to get to level 100 in Horizon Open, and I need to complete all events in a festival playlist series. And to be honest with you, I went for every single one of these. I've been really struggling playing the Eliminator. I lost probably 40 matches in a row, and I did get all the events in a festival playlist series, but the achievement did not unlock. So naturally, that left a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth, but I do think that Forza Horizon 5 is one of the best racing games ever created. And to me, it really does feel worth it to go back and get these achievements one day. I just need to make sure I do that before the servers shut down, but I want to do it during a time that's right. I want to do it on a Friday night when I do want to play a racing game and I don't mind going back to an older game instead of buying Forza Horizon 6. So, in short, I still want gaming goals, I still want achievements, and I still want that feeling of finishing something. I just don't want every single session to be judged by whether it moved a number. Achievements can definitely make games feel better, but they shouldn't be the only reason in a gaming night. And that's how I'm going to end this video. So thank you to every single one of you for watching. If you enjoyed this type of essay style content, be sure to drop a subscribe and let me know down below how you're balancing making progress on achievements while still making sure that you're having a good time doing it.